Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Want to look at something different. I've never done this before, and that is restore a zipper. See this little one here? It's a little beat up. Let's check it out. So this is the zipper I'm talking about. You can see it here. It's kind of beat up. The lid doesn't close properly. Pretty rusty and beat up in there. You see that? And you can see here. Now, it looks like a regular zipper, right? Well, it's not. This is the Zippo Slim. Here's the difference. I've got a full-size Zippo here. And this one just has the Marbles logo on it. And this is your regular, zipper. This one actually has the yellow flame electronic one in it. And you basically light it up like that. As soon as I let it go, it'll shut off. This is the new version. But this is the standard zipper. When I put them together like this, you can see the difference. And yep, they both zippers. Just this one is called the Slim. You can see there. You get that focus for you. And the Slim came about because Zippo wanted to get their product in front of everybody. And that included the ladies. Now, they felt that if they made this smaller, it'll be more acceptable to the ladies to keep in their purses and things. And they came out with the Slim. And you can see the difference right there. See that? Look how wide this guy is, and this one is slim. So very cool. But this one is a little beat up. It has advertising on it, John, and it says floor Hilliard Treatments, St. Joseph, Missouri. See that? Now it's a little beat up. And it is colored, and I don't think I'm going to be able to fix the coloring. I'm just not that good. But we can clean it up and make it look good. Pretty worn. You can see on the top there, it's going to have worn bits there. Not much you can do with that. But it could do with a good cleanup and maybe a polish. But the real problem, for one, is this. See that? Got to get rid of that. And I'm not sure how to do that. And if you look on the inside here, the insert is pretty beat up. We're going to have to clean that guy up. And I don't even think it has a flint in there. Pretty rough. And I think I have spare parts in my Zippo box somewhere. And hopefully we can get it back and working. We'll clean this up and figure out, because when the insert is no longer in there, it shuts fine. So the problem is when the insert's in there, something's happening. And that's what we got to figure out. And you can see there. Oops, got to get that down. There you go. I mean, you can flick it open and everything and do the Zippo thing, but it doesn't close. So we're going to have to fix that. I'm going to get one of my other Slims, and I have two of them that I made sheaths for. I basically kind of sort of copied the regular Zippo pouch, but they have the steel clip on it. Them on the back. Here they are here. Big old snaps on them. This one you can see. I like this one. It's very cool. It's got that little ship thing going on it there. Very nice. Very cool. And you can see, I don't know if they have gas in them. Probably not. I haven't played with them in a while. Closes just fine, you can see that. Then there's this one with a little red pouch, which I call the English telephone box. Looks like the old style telephone boxes, and you can see this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these guys, look at the inside here, and try and figure out what is wrong with this guy. Let's have at it. So I want to get a regular one out. I want to check something here. And here's a regular one. You can see the insert. Interestingly enough, look at the difference. Look down here. I'm not sure what that's about. I said I had two others. I actually have three. And this one here that says, yep, If you look, it says 2CG on it. A gift from a subscriber in a mail call, and it's a Zippo Slim. Not only that, it came with this. See that? A really flat knife. And if you look carefully on the blades there, yeah, it says Zippo, goes together. And this is a nail file, and this is a blade. And that's very cool. And my intention is to make a sheath to hold them both in one sheath. Maybe that's another story. Let's have at that little one and see what we can find, what the problem is. So, I have the two cases, and this one I know works, and you can see they flip over just fine. When I'm putting the insert in to the into this one, and why this lid isn't closing. Now, there's one thing I noticed. If you look in the lid here, can you see that little like plate there, little piece there? This has it as well, but it looks like it's been bent over, and I'm wondering if that's causing the problem. The old insert in the new one, and let's see if that works. So we'll do that right now, and works just fine, closes just fine. So it definitely is, the problem is in this. Okay, so I'm going to straighten that plate in here and see if that helps. It's kind of bent that way, so I'm going to... Let's give it a try. Think it's going to work? It worked. Wow. That was the only thing it could have been, because once we figured out it was the case, that's the only thing that does anything to the insert. If that plate's bent, it doesn't catch this little arm. So, there we are. Very cool. Okay, we got that sorted out. Now we're going to we got to clean this up a little bit. Going to have to look in here and make sure we have a flint. I don't know if I have any of those, but I'm pretty sure I have a flint. And we'll put that in. We'll see if it has a spring. The spring might be the issue. And I'm not sure I have another spring. But let's see what we can do. Look at that. We got flints. Now these, once again, I got from you guys in a mail call. What would I do without you guys? And not only that, I have a wick. But we'll see if it works. I don't want to use the wick unless I really have to. I'm not even sure I know what I'm doing. We got to see if we have a spring in here first with the flint. I'm hoping that there's no flint. It looks like there might be a spring in there. I can just see in the top there. We have a spring, but no flint. So before I go any further, I do not want to lose pieces. Now we got to get in here and what's going on in here. We have fluffy stuff in here, so that's good. But I want to look at the wick. We'll try this old wick and see. We'll just pull it through a bit. I just wanted to get rid of any buildup on the top of the wick because it looks kind of greasy. I wasn't sure if it was on the flint, on the wick as well. So let's get a flint out of here. Can't remember how to do that. Yes, I remember. And we're going to put this in here. And then we've got to put the spring. I got to admit the spring is a little beat up, but it, it looks like it'll work. A lot of pressure on that. Oh, we have ignition. Let's put some juice in. Actually, before I do that, yeah. And always use Zippo juice. Just ask them, they'll tell you that. And I'm hoping that, and as you saw, I spilt it all over myself. So, I'm going to wash my hands quickly. Okay, my hands are all clean. You think it's going to work? Huh. Oh, there, nearly. There we go. We have flame. Ha! Look at that. The Zippo windproofing. Pretty cool. We have a working class Zippo. Well, kinda. I just realized I put fuel in everything. Yeah, and now I want to clean the insert. I'm just going to use mothers on it. There's just buildup on it, really. I mean, you can see it there. It's just, you know, typical of a Zippo. It's scratched up there from going in and out of the cases. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody really sees it, right? Wrong attitude, George. Boy, getting into those little places is going to be painful. Look at that. A lot of build-up on here. See if we can get most of it off just to make it look a little cleaner, right? I really want to get in there. I don't think I can, and I'm not about to take it apart. We'll do the best we can. Okay, well, it looks a lot better. I'll read that part, but it says, for best results, use Zippo flints and fluid. Of course they said that. USA. Now this guy. Yeah, a lot of clean out on this guy. And I'm thinking I want to dip it. I want to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Gotta go wash my hands again. I was thinking about something. I wonder if you can make a slip for a Zippo. Yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, let's see what's going on here. There's a lot of goop in there. Yeah. Cleaned out pretty good. It's got some 2000 grit here. I'm just going to rub it in there. All right, let's go wash it off. Well, that cleaned up nice, didn't it? In there. Been wondering about this. 2000 grit. Just going to quickly rub it. I want to see if I can do something with that. I might be able to, I'm not sure. We'll see. Well, I'm going to try something. Well, we almost got it. You can see the color is a little better now, but not much. It's just not deep enough, the engraving. Some of it stayed. It did bring out some. That'll work. So there you go. Here it is here. It's a lot cleaner than it was. This has been well used. There's a lot of wear on it. There you are. And, you know, a lot of the plating is starting to wear off. You can see it on the edge there. It was well used. This actual lighter, according to the dating, and if you look, it just says Zippo, and there's no markings on it, which makes it a 1965 Zippo. Pretty cool. I think I paid $6 for it. It needed to be cleaned up the inside, got all the goop out of it, and I cleaned it up as much as possible, cleaned up the insides, so nice and shiny now. It's well used, so you can see that. And of course now we got the lid closing nicely on there, nice and flat. And hopefully we'll get a flame out of it there. I need to adjust the wick a little bit. It's a little low in there, but it'll work. And of course, Bic's wind resistant. Flame's kind of high. I wanted to improve the label, and I'm going to try and show you here. I added some paint, and you can't really see it because it shines, but there's a better look at it. So we got a little bit more paint on there just to make the label look nicer. It's not perfect, but like I said, it's an old guy. All working now. We replaced the flint. And like I said, I used the same wick. I might land up replacing it. It looked a little old. Love these guys. I love these little Zippo Slims. The history was interesting. It's interesting that they decided to do that. My new Zippo, well, new to me, Zippo Slim. Very cool. And while I was contemplating it, I thought, I wonder if you could make a slip for a Zippo. Sounded like a good idea at the time. So I made one, and here it is here. And you can see I even put my little logo on there. Has a little doohickey here. And I thought that the problem was, what I was trying to avoid is when you put it in your pocket, the lid gets caught and it'll open. So I wanted to put it, I just forgot to do something on this. I forgot to clean up the edges. I'll do that quickly in a minute. What I'm talking about is, you see how they straight and they kind of furry. But back to what I was thinking about was I needed to hold the lid closed. So when you put it in your pocket, this will keep it closed. Then I thought, how do you get the Zippo out? So as you can see, I made a hole. And that came from an idea from an Owatonna sheath. They had the little hole so you can just pop the Owatonna up. So I'm hoping it's going to work. I'll put it, you can see it goes in there. And then obviously these are really shiny and smooth. They're really difficult to get out. But I figured if you have a finger hole to pop it, lift it up, you can pull it out. Will it work? I need to work on it and think about how to make that work better. Ideally, you could just put a flap on it. But I wanted to do a slip. So there you go. Let me clean up those edges quickly. So as you can see, I've just put burnishing gum on the edges, all the edges, and it actually seeps in there. I use this stuff. It's Tokonoli. This stuff here, I got it on Amazon, and it's just a burnishing gum. People use beeswax and things like that, and you get the same result. What you're doing is you're sealing where you've been cutting on the leather, and when you rub it using your burnishing tool, this thing, pretty cool, and you rub the edges. Now you can see the edge there. Okay, it's pretty straight, and I'm just going to rub it, and I'm going to rub along the edges everywhere. Ideally, you should wait. I didn't wait. I just let it soak a little bit, and it really cleans up the leather and just makes it look a little bit better finished. And now when you look at the edges, they're kind of rounded off and they've been sealed up. And it just gives it a better finish. It just looks, see how it really shows up there. It's got a little shiny there. It's no longer that furry look to it. Just a nice way to clean up your project. And in goes the Zippo. Push it to pop it out. There you go. Fun project. I do like the way this worked out. It really cleaned up well. I thought I'd give this a try. And I'm going to, well, give me your thoughts on this and let me know what you think. I like that idea. You know, I have the sheath ones like this. You can see the two there, kind of the same shape-ish. And that's what I was talking about. If you know, you can put a snap on it. But this was designed to go on your belt. A slim was really designed for the ladies. And I was thinking they would just put this in their purse. And you don't want, you know, you drop it in your purse and this opens up, you're going to lose all your gas. So, you know, having this held down, it's not going to accidentally flip open. That was the idea. You all be safe out there. And when you're playing with things like this, you saw me fill it up. I spilt the Zippo juice on my hands. Be careful of that. Because you think, okay, I filled it up, you put it all back there and you flick it. All of a sudden your hands, the flame. So be careful of that. You know, wash off if you do that. Just pay attention to what you're doing. And I'm surprised how well this came out. When the last time I used my stamp, I did the same process, but I stamped it before colored the leather, and it didn't quite work. This, you can actually see the small writing on it. On the other one, it was kind of blurred. So I think I figured that out. I think I might get some of those stamps where you can pattern it and see what happens. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'm going to be back. If you're wondering where Mary is, she's been sleeping all day again. Winter is here, that's what she knows. So just a reminder, next week I'm in San Diego. So videos are going to be pretty slim. Like I said, I'll try and get some shorts out, or at least a video or two next week while I'm gone. It's really hard for me to get ahead. Have a camping trip coming up with the usual suspects. We're going to do an overnight cold camp. Well, it won't be a hot tent camp in the cold down at Whitewater. It's a big camping site, state park, southeast of it. So that should be a good time. We'll probably go trudge and do the usual things we do. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. We'll see you again soon.